What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new series, Blockbuster. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell, so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this. Oh man, show of hands, how many of you still have your old Blockbuster membership card? You know, those small laminated cards that fit into your wallet? But yeah, good memories, right? Driving to your nearest Blockbuster store, renting Snakes on a Plane DVD, or some shit like that. Strangely enough, this new show is not set in the past or back in the era when Blockbuster was still a thing. This new show is set in the present day about a business owner who capitalizes on the fact that he owns the last Blockbuster standing. Now, this is a comedy, so it's supposed to be funny, but is it? Well, I tell you what. Sure, Blockbuster series gets me chuckling every few moments here and there, but for the most part, in between, you can hear crickets or the sound of me waiting and waiting and waiting for it to actually be funny. I'm sure there were lots of laughs in the writer's room when they were developing this project, but that's where the hilarity ends. Created, executive produced, and showrun by Vanessa Ramos, in Blockbuster, Timmy Yoon is an analog dreamer in a 5G world. He spent his entire adult life dedicated to his first love, movies, a passion that has kept him at his first and only job, managing his hometown Blockbuster Video. Then Timmy is alarmed to learn that his store is officially the last Blockbuster in America. He now has no choice but to take action to stay open and keep his friends employed. Timmy and his staff quickly come to realize that being home to the last Blockbuster might actually be exactly what their community needs to rekindle the human connections they lost to the digital age. It also unexpectedly reunites him with his longtime crush, Eliza, who's recently come back to work for him. Will this battle to preserve the past be the push Timmy needs to step into the present? His employees can only hope so. Starring Randall Park, Melissa Fumero, Tyler Alvarez, Madeline Arthur, Olga Merezic, JB Smoove, and Kamaya Fairburn. Now, even though the review embargo lifts on the same day as the premiere, Netflix still asked me to not spill any spoilers. Therefore, this review is spoiler-free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. I gotta say, despite this show's mediocrity, it's kinda nice seeing Randall Park getting another gig post fresh off the boat, which was one of my favorites. But the thing is, Randall seems to fall again into the same error of being too chatty and running off on a tangent. On this new show, his character would frequently have a train of thought, only to not have an effective punchline to complete that long rant. Now, Blockbuster is essentially a workplace comedy. So think of Randall and Melissa's characters as sort of the unofficial mom and dad at that workplace. And the young adult staff are sort of their kids, if you will. And they have the crazy old aunt, of course. And JB Smoove kinda serves as the pesky neighbor that keeps barging in and won't go away. I mean, you gotta have a Kramer type in your formula, right? So I get it. So if you visualize this cast ensemble as that, then you'll understand exactly what creator-writer Vanessa Ramos was going for. And I admit, I'm not gonna lie, as I said earlier, some of the episodes do have their chuckle-worthy moments, and it does crack me up when a customer comes to ask for advice on which movie they should rent, as if the advice of a video store clerk in this day and age is still worth a damn. But the eccentricity of these characters can only go so far, and the scripts are unable to pick up the slack. And not just the humor, but much of their character development is also stale and uninteresting. And the episodes that do have the potential to be slightly interesting are the ones in which the story deviates away from the store. Look, as a movie aficionado, obviously this show has a few movie references that resonate with me and got me geeking out. But they are not enough to make up for everything else about this show that just feels blah. Overall, this whole thing is a pretty kooky premise, pretty kooky concept, turning a franchise into a small business. But Blockbuster just isn't giving me enough reason to stick around. And by episodes 4 or 5, I was pretty much done with it. And I could not care less what happens next to any of these guys.